I would tell you that just like in life, honesty is the best policy, right? If you don't know, you don't have to say anything. If you know for a fact this is what happened, of course you want to be honest about it, and whether it is, whether it's covered or not, the truth is the truth. But we do see that all the time. People will call in and they'll say, "Hey, I think this is what happened," or "Hey, I ran over this thing in the road and I think it might have fallen off the back of the truck I was following, but I don't really know." So I would avoid that, right? I mean, the job of the insurance adjuster is to come out and figure out what happened and why. Your job isn't to guesstimate it because if you do, like you were just saying in that situation, it can put you in a really bad spot. I mean, your claim can get, denied in 2 seconds. And I think that kind of wraps a little bit back into the advantages of working with a broker. Not even us specifically, but a broker in general. When people have something happen, right, to their house, to their car, liability wise, what do? They call their insurance company. Now, if you call the insurance company directly, I'm typing what happened, I'm filing that claim. If you call a broker, our job is to be the liaisons for you for the insurance company. If you call me and you say, "Shane, my roof is leaking," I'm not going to say, "Okay, hold on, let me call Travelers and tell them you need to file a claim." No, I'm going to send out a contractor who I work with. They're going to give you a free estimate. We're going to compare that estimate with your deductible. We're going to see if it makes sense to file a claim. If it does, we're going to call Travelers, right? So I say that as an error caution too. Even if you don't work with a broker, ask your real estate agent. Your real estate agent has contacts with contractors, with plumbers, with HVAC companies, right? So uh, I think that's the biggest mistake and the biggest misconception is if something happens, I got to call my insurance company. No, you got to call a friend or somebody that is in that kind of area or a broker, right? Because we're not going to file it right away, and then figure out what the best case is going to be.
Right, right. So I think, like, for me, if my deductible is, let's say, I don't know, $1,500 and it's gonna cost, $1,600 to fix, for sure, I'm not gonna call my insurance provider. But what would be another scenario where it wouldn't make sense to file a claim?
Awesome question. Great question, Casey. So here's the truth. Here is our rule of thumb that we live by. We live by twice your deductible. Nowadays in the insurance industry, and I'm sure people listening to this and you and me, right? We see our premiums are going up, right? Auto, home, everything's changing, everything's going up. My record's clean. Why is it happening? Right? The reason is just because that's the way that the market is right now. I mean, the market's up almost 30%, right? So what happens when you file a claim? You file a claim, your rate's probably going to go up. You file two, it's definitely going to skyrocket. And if you file three, not only is your premium going to be absolutely insane, but it's going to be almost impossible to find insurance in the standard market for another couple years, right? So we say twice the deductible. We recommend higher deductibles now. We haven't in the past years, but we do now. Right, we recommend I would say between 2,000 to 2,500 on probably properties that go from $200,000 in coverage to I'd say 5 or 600,000. And then once we get into about over 600, maybe we explore three, four, $5,000 deductible. So you're right. If you have a $1,500 deductible and the contractor comes out and tells you it's going to be 1,600, you better pay that out of pocket, right? But if they come out and they say it's going to be 3 grand or four, I would probably explore filing a claim at that point.